Hi, this is Charles Haley, five-time Super Bowl champ.
And my name is Lori Lynch, Senior Vice President, Customer Success from Istation. And we want to welcome you to our reading series called Istation Reads, in partnership with Tackle Tomorrow. Charles and I are excited to introduce this amazing reading series where you're going to hear from a lot of personalities reading Istation books. We'll ask you some questions at the beginning of each story, and by the end, we'll follow up to see if you got the right answers. So join us for each episode. You'll see us on Istation's YouTube channel. If you love it, share us on social media. We look forward to working with you, and as Charles always says,
It doesn't matter where you start, it's where you finish.
You're so right, Charles. Okay, everybody, let's get started. Hey, everybody, Lori at Istation here. Today, we're going to be listening to a really great story about school spirit. We're going to have an amazing gentleman reading with us by the name of Scott Murray. If you don't know who Scott Murray is, let me tell you a little bit about him. Scott Murray was Sportscaster of the Year 17 times. He's won a Lifetime Achievement Award from the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. He's a multi-Emmy Award winner for television and broadcast journalism. He's also a sought-after inspirational and keynote speaker. One of the things that Scott shared with us today was that he loves to provide motivation. So he left us with this quote: "Always be a champion. Be yourself, respect yourself, and always tell yourself, I can." And he'll give you a thumbs up, and you'll see him in our video here in just a moment. So as we read our story today, sounds like school spirit. So he'll be reading a short passage, but he's going to really take it to the next level. You'll hear him kind of adding a few things here and there into the story to make it even more exciting. So let's pay attention to these three questions that we're going to introduce. Number one, what were sixth graders asking Mariah for and why? Number two, when Mariah was belting out the high note, what happened? And number three, at the end, the school song sounded awful. Is that true or is that false? You'll have to listen to find out. Go ahead and listen up, and I'll see you at the end of the story, and we'll check for understanding. See you there.
Hello, everybody. How you all doing? Great to be along with you today. My name is Scott Murray, and I live in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area, and I have been a sportscaster, a sports anchor on TV, do the news each and every night. Did that for 30 years. And now I'm retired. I'm in business with my son, and we have a television production company. But one of the things that we always remembered, was that we wanted to be a champion. I remember when I was probably your age or even younger, I wanted to be a champion. Now, you've talked to people that have played football, and maybe they won a Super Bowl, or a baseball player, they win the World Series. Well, I tell you what, I wanted to be in television, and guess what? This is what you get if you do real well in television. You win an Emmy. That's the ultimate award. And I've won several of these Emmys, but my favorite was with my son, because we went to Normandy on the 70th anniversary of D-Day with some World War II veterans. And these guys were just great. They call them the greatest generation. And we went there and put together a documentary, and both my son and I won an Emmy. So that was the highlight of my professional career. But the one thing that I'm leading up to tell you about all this is it's about being a champion. And so one of the things my dad told me, and one of the things I tried to teach with my son and my daughter, was to always be a champion. Be yourself, respect yourself, but always believe in yourself. And I'd say, but Dad, I can't do that. He said, yes, you can. And I say, why? He says, because you can. And he'd give me a thumbs up. So I made up a little speech that talks about how you become a champion. You have to be courageous. It's a C word, right? You have to have commitment. That's another C word. You have to have character, be honest, right? And then you have to have compassion and be concerned about others. And then finally, you have to have conversation. Not confrontation, but conversation. Be nice to people. Be nice to one another. Sounds like school spirit, doesn't it? Well, that makes me think of a book that really kind of talks about school spirit, and something that I'm sure all of you are very familiar with. So we're going to do this now because I can, right? So never give up. Always be there, always be strong, and always say, I can get that done. I got to work hard at it, but I can learn and I can read and I can be that champion I want to be because I can. All right, you ready for the book? Here goes. Well, it all starts with Mariah. That's right, Mariah. She stepped to the microphone. Oh, she's got her microphone all set and ready to go. Principal Fernandez nodded with confidence. He said, very good. Yep, looks good. But Mariah was suddenly a little concerned. She was doubtful. She didn't always believe in herself. Would their plan really work the way it was supposed to? Well, school spirit at the time was depressingly low. Students, they didn't go to basketball games, and the pep rallies, they were complete flops. Instead of cheering and really getting excited, most of the students kind of just chatted among themselves, or some of them actually dozed off and fell asleep. Can you believe that? Well, meanwhile, Mariah's life was full of excitement, and she had recently won a contest for young pop singers. How about that? Pretty good stuff, huh? And as a result, she had been invited to appear on television. Just yesterday, as a matter of fact, some sixth graders had asked for her autograph. And Principal Fernandez had asked Mariah to help boost school spirit at the next pep rally. Well, maybe if you sing the school song, the other students will be inspired enough to join in and sing along. What do you think? Well, Mariah had agreed to the experiment, although it made her a little uneasy. The school song wasn't her usual type of song. During her practice sessions, she had attempted to jazz it up by giving it stronger rhythms and using her pop star voice. How about that? She was pretty good. Somebody you'd hear on the radio. But Mariah still felt nervous about performing in front of the entire school. Nonetheless, she was still a little concerned. But there was no turning back. So Mariah took a big deep breath. You ever done this? And then she knew she was going to be ready. She lifted the microphone from its stand and nodded at the band. She was ready to go. Their opening notes were strong and very upbeat, just like she had asked them to be. The students in the bleachers sat up a little straighter. How about that? They got ready. Some looked a little surprised. Are you kidding me? This is Mariah? Can't believe it. Mariah closed her eyes. She was concentrating, and she imagined that she was on TV. And soon, she was in the groove. She was making it happen. She was singing, and she was moving in unison with the beat. Ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. I mean, she was making it happen. Then, just as she was belting out one of her high notes, the unthinkable happened. The microphone died. There was nothing there. No microphone. How's everybody going to be able to hear her? Then she noticed movement in the bleachers. The students all started to stand up, one by one, because they can. That's right. Even more remarkable, they were beginning to sing. And as they stood up, they're singing along with her. And soon they were singing not just a little, they were singing loudly and moving wildly to the beat. They were really into it. Mariah smiled. She was so excited, and she started to sing along with them. How about that? So the school song had never, ever sounded so wonderful. And why did it happen? Because Mariah knew that she could. And she said to herself, because I can. So even though she was a little concerned at the beginning, in the end, she made it happen. How about that, students? Isn't that Mariah something special? She's my new best friend. And I'll tell you why I like her. Because like we said at the beginning, she thought to herself, even though it was kind of tense, she said, I'm going to get this done. I can do this. I'm not going to give it up. I can be myself. I can respect myself. I can believe in myself. As tough as it might have been. And you know what she said to herself? Because I can. Thumbs up right there. She's going to get it done. It took a little doing, but in the end, all her students, all her classmates, they all stood up and cheered her and sang with her. And it doesn't get any better than that. So remember, anytime you've got something you're a little concerned about, just think to yourself, I can make this happen. I'm confident within myself. This might be tough, but I can be myself. I can respect myself. I can believe in myself. And I'm going to get this done because I can. Good luck to y'all.
Okay, review time. Ready to listen to the questions again? So while Scott was reading Sounds Like School Spirit, what were we thinking about these questions? Number one, what were sixth graders asking Mariah for and why? Number two, when Mariah was belting out the high note, what happened? And number three, at the end, the school song sounded awful. Is that true or is that false? If you need more time, go ahead and press the pause key. When you're ready to resume, press the pause key again. Join us in the next section where we will reveal the answers. I'll see you there. Okay, welcome back. What'd you think? Let's go over the questions now. Number 1, what were 6th graders asking Mariah for and why? If you said they were asking Mariah for her autograph, you're right. She had recently won a young person's singing competition. Kind of cool. Number 2, when Mariah was belting out the high note, what happened? When she was hitting the high note, the microphone died. Oh no, it was a pretty bad deal. But I think she recovered because at the end of the school song, did it sound awful? True or false? That is actually false. At the end, the school song sounded wonderful and everybody really got into it. So there's the school spirit. Thank you guys for joining us on this episode of Istation Reads. We really appreciate you joining us. Hope to see you on the next episode. Take care. Lori here again. Thanks again for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the story. Remember, tune into our Istation YouTube channel to check out Istation Reads. If you love us, share us on social media. Hope to see you again real soon.